Hi, I'm Kevin Gallagher, Technical Marketing Engineer with F5, focusing on SSL Orchestrator, and I'm here to show you a demo about how to integrate SSL Orchestrator with McAfee Web Gateway as a transparent proxy. This article assumes you have an SSL Orchestrator configured with a topology and a service chain. We're using version 17.1 of BigIP, version 11 of SSL Orchestrator, and McAfee Web Gateway version 11.2. And again, McAfee Web Gateway will be configured as a transparent proxy. So you can see my topology here, but let's go over to the configuration of McAfee Web Gateway. You start from configuration and then go to proxies. You need to have the proxy set here for optional WCCP. And then check the box for L2 transparent. And then you need to add a rule here. We'll go ahead and look at this rule. And basically just make sure that you have port 80 as a listening port and port 80 as the destination port, since the SSL Orchestrator will decrypt the content before sending it to the McAfee Web Gateway. Once you do that, you just need to save changes here. And then let's go over the interface settings. Okay, we have ETH1 here is enabled for management access. Now ETH2 is manually configured for 10.0.0.55, and that is going to be the IP address that McAfee Web Gateway listens on for proxy requests. E3 is going to be used for responding to the proxy requests and sending back to the SSL Orchestrator. And you can notice here that the default gateway is set to 10.0.0.1, which will be a self IP on the big IP itself. It is important to have that there. All right, so let's go and review some of the big IP settings. We'll look at the network and VLANs. 10.0.0.0 is used for the transparent proxy connections to the McAfee Web Gateway. 10.1.1.0 is used for the SSL Orchestrator to receive responses on from the McAfee Web Gateway. And then the north and south VLANs represent connectivity to the north and south respectively. If we look over at that self IP settings, we can see we have the 10.0.0.1 used for connections to the McAfee Web Gateway, 10.1.1.1 used for connections from the McAfee Web Gateway back to the big IP. All right, so let's go back to the SSL Orchestrator configuration, and we will go to Services and then Add, Inline HTTP, and then we go McAfee Secure Web Gateway. I'm going to change this to MWG. Let's see, we're going to uncheck the option to auto-manage the addresses. We're going to set the proxy type to transparent. And for the to service configuration, we're going to choose that 10.address. And then we're going to go ahead and add a proxy device. It's going to be this one here, 10.55. And then we have to set the from service configuration. And that is the 10.1 address. We're going to enable the port remap, set it to 80. And we're going to manage the SNAT settings here and set them to automap. We'll go ahead and click Save and Next at the bottom. Then we need to go into the service chain here, just make sure that we move this over there. And we'll click Save. And then OK. Save and Next and deploy. And then OK. Now when done, it should look like this. The McAfee Web Gateway shows up in green, indicating it's healthy. If we take a closer look at the service itself, you can see the pool status and member status there as well. So everything looks good and functional. So what we're going to do next is go over to our test client here and actually test the configuration. To the client computer, and we'll go ahead and test connectivity. You'll notice that when I refresh the page, the website of 10.4.1152 reloads. And now also I have the McAfee Web Gateway configured to block a custom category of 10.4.1199. So let's see what happens when we try and load that. As you can see, this is also blocked. You get the block page from the McAfee Web Gateway. And this completes the configuration of Big IP SSL Orchestrator with McAfee Web Gateway. At this point, traffic should flow through the SSL Orchestrator and be sent over to McAfee Web Gateway for inspection and policy blocking. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you viewing this video.